Bam.
In the top right spawn location, we have our red Zerg player. He is going to be FXOSlavik.
Yep, and his opponent spawning down in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. It is EmpireBeastyQT. Spawning as the orange Terran.
Red and orange.
At least it's not ZVZ.
Yeah, that's true. Red and pink in ZVZs, or purple and pink in ZVZ.
Yeah.
Just makes me want to cry.
I think orange and red in PvP is kind of annoying too, a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. But not a mirror matchup, so believe it or not, the units do look reasonably different, even without the color difference.
Yeah. Huh.
And of course, we did just have a haiku written by one of our lovely co-casters, Rifkin, about Ohana. Let me share that with you guys as well, because it pretty much sums up how I feel about this map when I'm playing on it. It is titled Ohana, meaning family, overused and overplayed. Rocks lose you the game. A a beautiful, beautiful poem. I cry every time.
I don't know. I've definitely seen a lot of aggression based around the rocks recently. It's something that I think kind of went, not necessarily unnoticed, but underutilized earlier on in the map's history and tournament play. But like now it just seems there's so many strategies, especially in TVP, based around those rocks. And even TVT, siege tanks positionally here, as well as like right up in here. Can still be useful in TVZ, but you see less and less siege tank marine pushes nowadays.
Yeah.
Remember back when Shaq didn't have the had the rocks in the back door?
Oh god!
And it was literally just every single play was an elevator.
Well, you can still see a lot of marine tank play on Shakuras because you can just drop the tanks in really annoying positions. So
yeah, Kos does this, Beastie's teammate, all the time.
And Shaq is, I think, in the map pool, so
it is. Oh god.
We'll see some of that. But yeah, I mean, one of the important things about these rocks.
No,
it's
not.
It's hard to utilize.
I would have been sad.
Oh, it was initially. I think I recommended it be taken out. I'm very glad that. But yeah, like you were saying, we don't see aggression based around the rock so much in this matchup, mainly because Zerg players have sort of gotten used to getting rid of those rocks between the natural and the third as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Some Zerg players will even just get out 6 or even 8 Zerglings early on just to get those down as quickly as possible if they're going for an early third.
Alright, so from BC it's going to be a 1 Rex AC, 15 hatch from his opponents, and he's actually going for the double gas, cutting marine production a little bit before he gets that supply depot out. So he's going really greedy, but it'll pay off because Slavik, there's no early gas, he's not all that afraid of a 2 Rex.
Yep, even though Beastie did hide his little barracks in the corner there, Slavik actually didn't scout that as far as I know, so no, he didn't, so a little cute trick by Beastie went unnoticed by Slavik, unappreciated. Now we do see a factory on the way up here now for Beastie, so it's probably going to be some Hellions. Hellion play, it went out of style a couple months ago, and now it's really come back. MVP against Life really utilized it to great effect. Life, of course, a player that loves using his Zerglings, so Blue Flame Hellions, kind of good against Zerglings, I hear.
Kind of good. And, like, it's kind of fallen on the Zergs to be even more greedy. So the whole, like, we're going to roach all in every other game has kind of gone out of style. And with that, Hellions really good against Zerglings because a lot of people are even starting to delay speed now, that they're comfortable getting those queens out, getting a third, and being able to creep between them.
Another reason that we've seen those Roach, maybe Violet pushes, Roachling Bane all in sort of decrease in frequency is that the people have really gotten to hang on, the Terran players have really gotten to hang on getting these Banshees out, and of course if you have 1 or 2 Banshees, you just can't really do anything if they focus down Banelings or whatever.
I mean, Hyun is really the last, in one of his fight clubs, is the last time I've seen a Roach all in, like, be ridiculously effective. I think that was against Gumio. But it just doesn't win games straight up anymore. And especially if a Terran goes for a third orbital quickly, it can really end up costing you. So I'm assuming Beastie doesn't tend to go cloak all that often. We could see, yeah, there we go. Alright, so he's going to be delaying his armor, he's delaying his additional factories a little bit if he is going for mech. We'll see. I'm assuming he's going to drop another command center in like 40-50 seconds or so. Meanwhile, the third base of Slavik is just now finishing up. Already has pretty good creep spread. And first couple Hellions. Going to the Watchtower.
We are going to be seeing double upgrades coming out of Slavik, so going to be gearing up to play. He's been playing pretty greedy already, and he's going to be continuing that. He's going to be a little happy that Slavik hasn't opted for 2 factory Hellion the way MVP was doing it, but he can still do some damage here with these. One of them is already pretty low in health. Nice Focus Fire by those Queens. Could take that out. But yeah, these couple of Queens are doing pretty well warding those off for now.
I like that he's playing defensive with this. Oh god, they're off creep. That's
we also saw him cancel Cloak. So he is not, in fact, going for Cloak anymore.
I like that choice. I guess he had it up a little bit, although Caduceus Reactor would be a better choice if he was going to go fake it to for any potential Overlord scout.
On the other hand, if he did just go for that Cloak, if he scouted that Slavik didn't have all those additional Queens, he could have straight up just killed him.
Yeah.
So that could stop process behind it. And the lair is pretty late, so Cloak might have actually done reasonably well.
Oh no! Beastie is lagging out here. There we go. Just a little blip.
Sometimes happens when you're alt tabbing to change songs or something.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of Zerglings out of Slavik, though. This is a ton of Zerglings. He's up to 26 already.
Yeah. A couple waves of drones in production tab now, though, should get him up and going. But this is a lot of Hellions out here for Beastie. And the Queens don't really have all that much transfuse energy. A Banshee in here as well. Although with 3 Queens and the amount of Zerglings he has, he should be in a good spot to be able to take this out. Nice surround.
Good surround. Really well done.
Yeah, very nice there from Slav. He will clean up all of the Hellions. The Banshee does survive. The second one actually comes in here.
Not sure I like this. Transfuse does go down, and he will lose a lot of health on that Banshee. We are seeing mech out of BaseTVQT. He's got 2 more of these factories on the way, with Tech Labs on the way. He also has a Raven nearing completion, so it's a pretty early Raven.
I really like the fact that he's just getting that early to build up energy. It's really, really useful not only for picking off creep, but if he goes in again a second time and your opponent doesn't go for mutas, you can take out innumerable Queens with some decent micro and maybe possibly a couple of Hellions trying to bait out the Zerglings.
And despite those early Zerglings from Slavik, he has gotten himself all the way up to 74 drones already. Macro Hatch on the way. And he's looking pretty good for himself. He does have a passing glands on the way and a very early hive as well.
Yeah.
That's super
and
early
he's
hive.
even getting a macro hatch behind this too, so he's just going for the late game. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 4th base from him as soon as he gets creep spread up there. This is very, very risky. If Beastie goes for a timing, he's just kind of banking on the fact that Beastie's going to be pretty passive for at least the beginning, mid stages of the game. He kind of let him do his own thing.
And we do see siege tanks on the way. These are the first 2 siege tanks, opt for a couple of Thors beforehand. Nice to have those couple of Thors out to deal with early Mutalisks if the Zerg player decides to play that way. And we're going to be seeing factories numbers 4 and 5 coming down for BaseTVQT as well.
Here's the Spire as well. I'm trying to find it.
It is in the 3rd base. And this is going to be really good timing for Broodlords. Getting that hive up that early. I'm interested to see if he goes for like super early adrenal glands or something, because it's going to be a long time till that Spire is done. He could go Ultras. I don't know.
There's the 4th base. Has 2-2 completed for him?
No.
No,
he has
still on 1. Alright.
And yeah, it's going to be super early adrenal glands. So...
Attempted a Zergling run by. Unfortunately, Beastie is mauled, so... Won't be doing all that much damage. The SCV's already on the repair job.
Yeah, these Zerglings can actually be pretty effective in run-bys, just into the 3rd and such for now, simply because Blue Flame is not yet done, and there's not an overwhelming number of Hellions on the field. There are 2 on the field, so...
A scan does go down this hive. He does not see the Spire. I actually kind of like this positioning here. Against bio play, it's very, very risky to put the Spire there because of the potential for drops. But against a Mechanic Terran, I like it.
Yeah, he, of course, since he did see the Spire, the Hive rather, he will know that there is some sort of Hive tech on the way, but he won't know if it's Ultras, he won't know if it's Broodlords. Greater Spire has now started. We're even seeing Slavik throwing some Roaches into the mix. Interesting play there from him. He does a throw on the way and very early Neural Parasite as well, so he's just getting a bit of everything. Here come Banshees, though, picking off of Investors already.
He doesn't have cloak, but he doesn't need it. One Investor goes down, another one injured. It's one hit, but unfortunately, a couple Fungals do take it down, 2 of the Banshees. He did get a Queen in the trade, though.
Yeah, pretty good trade for Slavik in the end, but with a Queen and an Investor and wasting a bit of energy as well, not horrible for him by any means. Here comes some Zerglings moving on forward. Banshee gonna deny them taking that tower for now.
Yeah. The creep spread is getting a little bit out of control here. Just about passing the center of the map at this point. 4th base for Beastie is just about done. And he actually has a pretty good tank count, so... Starting Seeker Missile, getting his Raven transition underway pretty early on. I think he's going to be in a good spot here as long as he can secure his 4th base.
It's going to come down a lot to the effectiveness of the Seeker Missile and the Ravens, because he really doesn't have all that much in the way of anti-air at this moment. And these tanks aren't going to do all that well against Broodlords.
Yeah.
So, picking up a couple of Hellions in the middle of the map as well on the left, and Roach is definitely coming in handy with that with their armor and their DPS. I find it very interesting that he's going for Roaches at all, though. He's not opting for any Roach upgrades. They're not really going to be that effective. They're just sort of supply sinks at this point.
Yeah.
5th base coming down for Slavik, though, so he can really afford this at this point in time, and there is a Burrowed Zergling going to be able to deny this 4th for now.
Here come the Ravens, though. Another use for him.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's really, really nice to have those Ravens out early, because you spend, how many minerals is it per scan, like 360?
What do you mean? It's 100, 200 the cost per right now. Oh, for a scan it's 270, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you lose a lot of potential minerals by using scans instead of mules. So having those Ravens out early, saving some minerals for him as well. Really nice upgrades coming out of Beastie, though. He's getting +3 already, and
this Banshee's actually gonna be able to deny this 5th base here from Slavik.
No
he does not get the cancel off either. Very nice. Unfortunately, the Banshee will not get out of there, as there are 3 Corruptors chasing him. Or I guess just kind of jumping into it, as Beastie wasn't controlling it temporarily.
Beastie's been doing very, very well on his macro, and especially denying that 4th. The 5th was very, very nice, but he doesn't really have all that much information. I don't think he's seen any proof of the Broodlord's existence other than seeing a couple of Corruptors on the map. He has not seen a Greater Spire. He didn't even see a Spire.
I think he kind of knows what's up, though. He does meet Slavik very often on ladder, and there is actually a 2nd Spire going up. I'd love to see him either get the vision of that with the Hellion run by or scans at some point.
Oh man, we see durable materials coming out. Not something you see every day.
Them auto turrets. I really like it. It can really mess with the AI of your opponent's ultras, and that little bit of extra armor and duration. Has he gotten building armor yet? Let's see.
I don't think he has.
The heck is that eBay? There we go. No, he is not. So but, I'm sure that's on the way, though.
It's just there are a couple of these upgrades that I just smile whenever I see them used. I never actually see them used. I'm still waiting to see Neo Steel Frame used in a
I saw that in a professional match the other day. I forget what it was. I didn't get to cast it. I think it was in the IPL. Whether it was one of the qualifiers for the GSL World Championships or whatnot.
I always forget that actually exists.
This is pretty interesting, actually. Slavik's investor count is ridiculously low, and he has a high supply of roaches. I'd love to see him spend that somewhat usefully, but he definitely needs to sacrifice that going forward, because Beastie is... Now he's not to the point where he's maxed, yes, but he's still going to try and trade out for an even better army to fight. He's getting
to the point where he has a bajillion CCs. He's just finished 2 more CCs in his main that are going to turn into orbitals, and he's going to be having 2 more in the 4th and the 3rd as well. So he's going to be at the point where he can sacrifice his SCVs for more army supply. We will see I think these roaches are going to be dropped into the main.
This is a really, really good use for them. Yeah, they are.
But this army is pushing out, and he's being forced to withdraw them. This 5th base is not going to survive by the looks of it.
And Beastie's not committing his Thors here, only going forward with the Hellions. He has very little back at home, though, so this could deal a ridiculous amount of damage to his production.
Despite getting an incredibly early Greater Spire, we only see 7 Broodlords on the field from Slavik, so it's far from an overwhelming number.
Alright, so the Hellions were actually cleaned up there at the 5th base, and these roaches are being dropped in. Beastie has to move his entire army back here in order to defend.
A lot of these Overlords are going down. 2 of these turrets He's only focusing the turrets down at this point, though. He needs to go for the production or something. Now he's...
Here comes the Viking fleet.
But
this is actually good for Slavik to get a hold on exactly how many Vikings his opponent does have.
But overall, I feel like he could have done a lot more damage, maybe taking out a factory or two, at least a couple of add-ons, rather than just go for those missile turrets that are going to be less and less useful the later this game goes.
He does, wait, does he see? No, the fusion core is just barely out of range here for Slavik, so he does not know about the BC transition quite yet. 13 Corruptors are on the way, however, and Behemoth Reactor is finished, Yamato Cannon is on the way. As we were talking about underused upgrades.
Oh, there we go, there's fusion core. But yeah, we also saw the 5th base taken down by Beastie. I'm really looking forward to seeing this BC transition. This is not something you see every day on this map. We see 2 more CCs on the way. He hasn't morphed these 2 in third into orbitals just yet, but he has I'm gonna go through and count his orbitals at this point. 4, 5. I'm gonna count these CCs because I assume he'll morph them as soon as he notices them. He'll be up to a total of 9 orbitals once these 2 CCs at the front finish. Oh no, these are gonna be planetaries. So he'll be up to a total of 7.
So right now, 19 Corruptors out on the field, and 3-2 is on the way for them. That double Spire is really, really helping out Slavik. If he was going against the double Armories, and was only upgrading Carapace, this fight will definitely not be as one-sided.
I gotta say though, I really like the way Beastie has played this game out. He's been planning for this air transition for the entire game. Like, he went for, rather than getting +2 on his vehicle plating, he went straight for +1 on his ship weapons. And as a result, he's about 2/3 of the way done with +3 ship weapons at this point. And he does have +2 ship plating on the way as well. So his air upgrades are looking phenomenal.
Alright, so it looks like Beastie does actually want to move out at this point, whether he's going to try and position his army down here in order to defend his 5th, or if he's just going to go and try and pressure the 4th of his opponent. Not yet. A hedge block trying to go down here. No, the drone does die at the last second. I thought I was going to cancel that and, like, I don't know, make it evil. Kind of futile considering the entire army is over here.
That much of his army there,
yeah.
I like his, he has so many spines at the front though, and 4s as well now, that it's gonna be a little hard for BC to actually...
I like the spores, you never see this.
Yeah. And this is great against this air transition in Slavik.
Yeah, very nice from Slavik.
I'm pretty sure that spores, let me just double check that. Spores have a range of 7, BCs have a range of, they do have a range of 10, so... Really? Oh, that's damn it. No, 6, yeah, so they don't have...
I was going to say, oh wow, like I need to use BCs more.
Yeah, I just read that. I was like, I don't think that's right.
Alright, so the tanks are actually taking out quite a fair amount of infestors here. Kind of moved in, trying to take up the planetary with the cold infested Terran. He will not, as the SCVs do repair. That was a costly trade for Slavik. I'm not sure if he wanted to do that, but 7 infestors in the queue again. Both of these players banking up a ridiculous amount of minerals and gas at this point.
A little sad not to see Slavik focus on SCVs with the remainder of those infested Terrans. Throughout this game, he's killed a total of 7 SCVs. And now we're seeing a split map. This is something I don't think I've seen more than 2 or 3 times on Ohana.
Yeah, you see it occasionally in ZVP, but then it just ends very soon thereafter with Vortex.
Yeah. I mean, ZVT, you never see this. I love the positioning of the 2nd planetary at the 5th. He's mining gas fast.
And he has completed building armor at this point too. We do have 3 Ghost Academies on the way. If you guys are a fan of BaseTradeTV or Empire, I'm sure you caught the match where BaseTradeTV was playing Johnny Rico in the EGMC Team League. The, 1 hour, 30-minute game or so?
Look at the main at the positioning of these Ghost Academies.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
A couple of SCVs moving forward here being taken out by the Broodlords, which now are getting to a pretty high number. He has a total of 12 Broodlords on the field. He's going to need less Broodlords and more Corruptors, so he has a ton of Corruptors.
Whoa! This is really cool. An Infestor drop is actually coming out on the way for Slavik. As Beastie's trying to deny creep a little bit, pushing up here with these 4 Thors.
Oh, he's gonna fungo Thors. Is he gonna? No, he doesn't have Broodlords in range, so it's not. Oh,
Neural Parasites do go down, however.
Really nicely done. Gonna be focusing down the battle cruisers a little bit, not doing all that much, just so they exist now. And he will pick off those Thors as well. Here come the Corruptors.
Beastie moving forward with the Ravens to try and get a secret missile off. He does pull back though. At the cost of 4 Thors, that was a great engagement for Slavik there.
Yeah, that was a really nice engagement for Slavik. He even was able to put a lot of the hurt down on one of those BCs, nearly dead. A couple of them in the yellow as well. And just taking a look at the resources lost, 11k to 10k. Been a very passive game so far, but gearing up to what could be one of the most epic fights I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
In the game, hopefully.
This is just game 1, by the way, too, guys.
Yeah, I love how there was one SCV just spoke to you, that sword crawler got it down to 125 HP.
If he knurled 4 of those... Oh wow, beautiful pickup by Slavik there. Unfortunately, they will die as the Viking fleet comes over. If he had knurled 4 of the BCs and insta-gipped the PF with Yamato, I would have just left the cast, because it will not get any better than that.
That'd be amazing.
All of you Zergs out there, I want to see it. Tweet it at me if you ever do it in a game. I don't care if it's versus a pro.
We actually still have quite a few SCVs on field 4 BC. It's surprising he's still at 48.
Hellions going through this maze of spine crawlers at the force base here from Slavik.
Oh no, he's landing those drones up. A few of them do go down. And
if he goes for the larva, that would actually be hugely beneficial to him.
Yeah,
beautiful.
A lot of kills on those larvae. One more hit will kill off 3 or 4 more. Nicely done. Killing off a total of... He's killed off 20 drones this game so far. Going into the third, up to 20 at 3 kills now.
Worker count right now, actually 48 to 33. So despite the orbitals, Beastie, after that, harassed him with around a 15 worker lead. At least for the moment, a couple more drones were on the way. 3-3 on the way, plus 3 plating for ship weapons, as well as armor for the vehicles. Oh god. Where are the nukes? Alright. Starting at the 5th base down here. He's just trying to get rid of some of the spore colors so he can advance. And will do so. It does clear out the creep timbers as well, so it doesn't even need to worry about scans. Although at the cost of 100 gas.
Yeah, almost. That he kept those corruptors there for a little bit too long. Almost had a heart attack there. But let's see, how many infestors are on the map? It's a total of 26 infestors, 24 corruptors, and 12 broodlords. So despite him losing a lot of workers, he's replenished the supply in army. Yeah. So Slavik actually has a larger army supply than
which is something you really don't see that often. Really. And it looks like Slavik wants to be aggressive here. He will not have the creep going with his infestors. I'm kind of surprised that he's not pulling up the queens as well. Oh. Thinks twice about it. Oh, here come the queens. Yay. Alright.
How many queens are on the map, actually? We have a total of 6 queens, so he has a good number of transfuses here.
What's a larva? We have 69, 70 larva now
and
here.
He does have a very large bank as well. Where are the nukes going down?
At the 4th base.
1 on the 4th base. There are 3 going down.
Oh, it looks like another one. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh no!
Oh, at the last second, he does realize it. That would have been upwards of 20 infestors there. And a couple overseers to throw in for good measure.
But he does take out the 5th with these BCs.
And unfortunately, the 4th, only a couple spine crawlers were damaged there. The Ghost does die in the process. Corruption going down on a couple of these BCs. Oh, 4 of the Ravens at full energy as well.
Does he get the secret missiles? He does get some pretty nice
wow.
secret missiles, but nice micro there by Slavik.
Yeah, pulling back the rest of his army.
Could have.
Keep in mind, guys, secret missile plus infestor is not a good thing. Slavik wants to keep alive as much as he wants to.
Going down. I'm not sure if this is... he is focusing down the planetary, and it should fall by the look of it.
Yeah, despite these SCVs preparing.
No, I think he's going to hold. Yes, he holds.
Just barely.
Really paying dividends there.
A couple more nukes coming down here at the 4th base. Slavik's actually positioning a couple overseers. Oh, I guess that was just a rally.
Oh no. Oh no! Okay. Once again, he ran it. Oh no! Infestors! Infestors!
Where?
Oh, cancelled. He neural parasited the ghost, actually. That's pretty
nice.
Wow.
Ghost does die.
Here come a couple of Hellions moving forward towards the middle of this map, clearing out some creep tumors. And the mid base is still being built, so... Oh man, that's actually a misplaced mid base. That's not going to be nice. A lot of drones going down to these Hellions. Nice bunks going down on a lot of them. And they will be cleaned up, but that's the supply that BC wants to sink elsewhere at this point, so not really that bad of a loss. 31 worker kills on either side at this point, and the worker count is 34 now to 43. Still in Beastie's favor.
Even more BCs as well as infestors on the way.
Even more nukes. He's going to be up to a total of 5 nukes.
These are great positionally for trying to defend, but we've seen them already take out a couple hatcheries, push back this creep wall, and all he needs is 1 nuke on the army, and while it wouldn't necessarily be game due to the bank that the Zerg player has, that's not something a Zerg wants to deal with.
Fun fact, these point defense drones actually last a total of 4 minutes. They're still there from that engagement where Beastie initially took out that 5th base.
Yeah.
Here comes a Ghost moving forward, incognito. Launching onto the 5th, a nuke is going down. I think it's in vision.
Yeah, the Ghost is in vision.
Yeah, he can see it.
He's pulling back his entire army. A Cloak Banshee actually coming down here. Unfortunately, there are...
It's gonna land!
Oh! Kind of sloppy there by Slavik. A couple queens do come forward to try and attack it, but I think he believes that the army of Beastie is behind that. I'm not sure why he's being so hesitant to engage.
He will deny that second one. He did get a total of 16 worker kills with that nuke, though, as well as a lot of larvae going down.
Yeah. 47 workers killed so far this game by Beastie. At this point, he does need to get an army that he would deem acceptable to attack with at some point. Because if he keeps just delaying, the Zerg will still be able to remax. He will just keep getting this bank up, and larva will always be there.
Although Slavik's bank has diminished quite a bit. He was at 5k, he's now at 3k mins, and approximately the same amount of gas as he was earlier. Nuke going down on a lot of those investors.
No overseers are forward enough to take this out. EMP does try and land there, but unfortunately did not.
He will pull back. That's a lot of changelings.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the changeling's gonna die! Overkill.
More ghosts on the way here. How many does BC have left? He has 4 on the field right now. And Slavik is actually getting even more aggressive, so it does look like he wants to try and push and take out this army.
Broodlord taking out a couple of tanks really nicely. Not really taking any damage in the process. A couple of shots from that Viking, not really going to be...
Ghost does have enough energy for EMP. He's actually going to try and nuke. Unfortunately, it was fungled, so
yeah.
Broodlord wave will be able to clean that up.
He's still sitting at the same 12 Broodlords. He hasn't lost a single Broodlord this game. It's pretty awesome, actually. Looking at the map at this point in time, Beastie's getting very close to mined out. There's nothing in his. There's pretty much nothing in his natural. There's only a couple of patches with about 30 minerals each at his 3rd. Nothing at his 4th. He's only got his 5th, which is looking. It's dwindling. He's got a couple of patches that are almost gone. And if we look over at Slavik's, he's still got quite a few minerals at his 4th, a lot of minerals at his 5th, and even a couple left at his 3rd. Not that much, but about 500 minerals at his 3rd as well. So Slavik's actually looking pretty good right now.
This is game 1.
Nuke being called down, not gonna be. Oh, fungal on all those.
Oh, that is a huge win there. This might actually force an engagement here from Slavik, because he won't have a chance like this for a long while.
He's went down on a couple of the investors, but not very much.
Pretty nice priest break here by Beastie. 1 Seeker Missile does go down.
And here come a lot of the Corruptors moving on forward. Corruption will be used. There's a Seeker Missile on a lot of the Corruptors.
Oh, if he finishes himself with Yamato, he'd be in a good spot.
A lot of
beautiful fungal go down on every single one of the Vikings, however, and the Ravens are dying as well. BC only has 1 left.
And Beastie did clean up a lot of those Corruptors. Beastie not able to... Oh, wait, Neural Parasite going down on a lot of those BCs. 3 of them are now Neural Parasite at the moment, killing each other.
Yeah, Infested Terran's focusing it down as well. Oh my gosh, the remainder of the Ravens all get...
Seeker Missile does take out a lot of those investors, but I think Slavik absolutely competition. Look at the resources lost.
Yeah, 100%. That was a ridiculous amount of gas there, and that's something that Beastie can't replenish at this point. He only has 600 remaining in the bank, and he's only at 140 supplied at the max of his opponent. And look, 18 infestors in the production tab right now. I don't even think he lost 18 infestors. He's going to come off with more than he had originally, and this push is just going to be devastating. He lost a couple of corruptors there, sure. but the Infested Terran and the Fungal Growth are just such viable anti-air that he really doesn't need to worry about that.
Oh my
Trying
god,
to mine out his
cool.
opponent.
Yeah, that's so cool. Dropping mules at the fourth base, trying to get rid of as many minerals as possible. But Fungal's going down on them, not bad. We'll steal about 400 minerals. Not 400. What am I talking about? 140 minerals. But yeah, I mean, the big thing right now is that I think the only real way that BC can win this game is if he gets a god nuke.
Yep.
Which is always possible. Looking at the nukes, he's got one left at the moment. He could, of course, replenish the rest of them. He has 5 Ghost Academies, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he has 5 Ghost Academies.
Continuing to try and mine out here with mules.
This is ridiculous. We have 41 infestors. But I have never seen somebody do this with mules. This is really, really cool play.
It used to happen in TVT all the time back when Lost Temple and Shattered were in the pool. On those small maps that you would like always mine out.
There is another nuke dropping. Where is it?
Oh, at the 5th base.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah, actually, the drones are positioned here waiting for the Spore Crawler to root, but the nuke will land. Oh, the Spore Crawler does go down as well. Nice focus fire.
Got a nice little number of drone kills here. Nope, there's an overseer.
Alright, and Beastie is pushing out here again. The Infestor Squad. Making its way over here.
Axe again with a lot of Hellions here.
Here come the tanks, though, and this is something that Beastie did not use in the previous engagement. These will zone out the Infestors quite well.
A lot of Infested Terrans going down, but not really doing all that much at all, being focused down by the tanks very quickly. Here come the Corruptors, but a lot of Vikings still alive. There is a Seeker Missile, doesn't really do that much. But the 5th base has gone down again.
Oh, here come the Broods, though, to siege on the tanks.
Tanks being taken out in seconds now, and he's focused down on the Overseers, though. Does he have any ghosts? No, he doesn't actually.
A Seeker Missile does hit every single one of the Broods, but all of the Vikings here are getting fungal, and he really doesn't have all that much anti-air left.
But look at the supply, it's pretty even actually. And BC with a pretty good engagement, all things considered. But
29 Infestors do remain.
Yeah.
But that definitely went so much better for him than the previous engagement. And at this point, both players are damn near mined out. We have 3 mineral patches left here for Beastie. And the 5th base of Slavik is full, however, very low. And 3 mineral patches remained at the 3rd. 7 more Infestors on the way. I mean, both of the gas bank of both of the players is pretty much depleted at this point. A Circling Remax could do a little bit of damage here for Slavik, but he really wants to remax primarily on these really gas-intensive units, Broodlords, Corruptors, and Festers.
Yeah, how much gas is actually left on his side of the field? His 4th is mined out of gas. He's
1,700. 1,700. That's it.
Yeah, it's not all that much.
Both players just need to retain what they have now. This is all going to come down to micro, as if it wasn't beforehand.
Yeah. BC, of course, is fighting from behind. He's down about 60 supply here.
He needs to keep these Hellions alive, though. Because they'll be useful to the all game, especially...
Here come the Broods. These tanks are not going to be long for this world here. They go down pretty quickly. Here come the Ghosts moving forward. They are close, but of course those Spore Crawlers are going to be helping out in that department as well.
Only have one Overseer with the army. So if these spores do go down, could be the end of the protection momentarily for the server.
The Broodlords pushing forward are taking out a lot of this.
Alright, so Beastie with a huge spread does choose to engage here. A couple of the siege tanks do remain alive. The last one does actually get picked off.
So the Ghosts are now down. He's down to a total of 4 battle cruisers. It's pretty much what he has along with these Vikings. There's a lot of Queens. The Broodlords are essentially going to be useless at this point. There's only one tank on the ground. And there's the GG from BaseTradeTV. A 48-minute game on Ohana. Probably by far the longest one I've ever seen on Ohana.